I am Rutherford Simmons. I will be reciting Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from a Birmingham jail. April 16, 1963. My dear fellow clergymen, while confined here in the Birmingham City Jail, I came across your recent statement calling my present activities unwise and untimely. Seldom do I pause to answer criticism of my work and ideas. If I sought to answer all the criticism that crossed my desk, my secretaries would have little time for anything other than such correspondence in the course of the day. And I would have no time for constructive work. But since I feel that you are men of genuine goodwill, and that your criticisms are sincerely set forth, I want to try to answer your statement in what I hope will be patient and reasonable terms. You deplore the demonstrations taking place in Birmingham, but your statement, I am sorry to say, fails to express the similar concern for the conditions that brought about the demonstrations. I am sure that none of you would want to rest content with the superficial kind of social analysis that deals merely with effects and does not grapple with underlying causes. It is unfortunate that the demonstrations are taking place in Birmingham, but it is even more unfortunate that the city's white power structure has left the Negro community with no alternative. I have traveled the length and breadth of Alabama, Mississippi, and all the other southern states. On sweltering summer days and crisp autumn mornings, I have looked at the South's beautiful churches with their lofty spires pointing heavenward. I have beheld the impressive outlines of her massive religious church buildings. Over and over, I have found myself asking, what kind of people worship here? Who is their God? Where were their voices of support when bruised and weary Negro men and women decided to rise from the dark dungeons of complacency to the bright hills of creative protest? Yes, these questions, they are still in my mind. In deep disappointment, I have wept over the laxity of the church. But be assured that my tears have been tears of love. There can be no deep disappointment where there is not deep love. Yes, I love the church. How could I do otherwise? I hope this letter finds you strong in the faith. And I also hope that circumstances will soon make it possible for me to meet each of you, not as an integrationist or a civil rights leader, but as a fellow clergyman, a Christian brother. Let us all hope that the dark clouds of racial prejudice will soon pass away, and that the deep fog of misunderstanding will be lifted from our fear and drenched communities. And in a not too distant tomorrow, the radiant stars of love and brotherhood will shine all over our great nation with all their scintillating beauty. Now, during this month of Dr. Martin Luther King, please help me welcome a man who has marched with Dr. King and a man who has followed the dream. Please help me welcome Reverend Jesse L. Jackson, Sr.